We've all been there. You're standing in a museum staring at a painting and all you can think is, I don't get it. To me, knowing the story behind an artwork is a huge part of knowing how to look at it. I'm Amanda, the host of the Art of History podcast, where we view history through the lens of some really great works of art. Each episode, we dive deep into the bigger picture behind some familiar and maybe not so familiar pieces. Check out Art of History now wherever you get your podcasts.
Culture Kids, welcome to our show.
Hi there!
My name is Asher and I'm your host along with my mom, Kristen.
Today, we are excited to introduce our special guest.
Ooh.
She's an author, meaning she writes books and articles.
Ta-da! She is Cantonese American, meaning she lives here in America, but has a Cantonese background.
Her name is Jenny Liao, and she wrote a wonderful children's book called Everyone Loves Lunchtime But Zia.
It's a book about sharing our love for the food we eat at home.
Let's do this!
Every family is different, and every family eats different foods. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, Miss Liao.
Hey, Asher. Thank you, Kristen, and thank you, Asher, for having me today.
Could you tell us about yourself?
Yes, my name is Jenny Liao. I am a writer. I write children's books, and I write essays that are featured in magazines.
Wow.
And currently right now, I'm working on an adult fiction novel.
Oh, that's like stories for grown-ups.
Exactly.
So, Miss Liao, could you tell us about your Cantonese American background?
Yes. So Cantonese culture originates from southern China, from the Guangdong province. Cantonese culture has a huge emphasis on food, given its location by the sea. So there's a huge variety of ingredients available because of the climate.
Hot diggity dog!
It's very warm there, it's humid, and it's right by the water, so everything can thrive there. So fresh food that is light on seasoning is something that's very core in Cantonese culture.
Ooh, I love eating seafood, like whitefish and salmon.
Yum, yum.
Luckily for Asher, the Cantonese have a long history of fishing and eating seafood and have developed many ways of preparing it. Some popular Cantonese seafood dishes include steamed fish, crab, shrimp, scallops, and clams.
When I was a child, I thought Cantonese food, the foods that I grew up with, was Chinese food.
Interesting.
I thought all Chinese people ate what I ate at home. I tried mapo tofu for the first time.
And mapo tofu is a popular Chinese dish that originated from Sichuan province in southwestern China.
Exactly. And I thought, what is this? It's so spicy. Like I've never eaten this before. And that's because mapo tofu is from a different region of China, not where my parents are from. And that's why I didn't grow up eating it. And that really sparked my interest in learning more about other regions of China, the foods from other regions. And as a result, it let me have a newfound appreciation of Cantonese food.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. It's important to note that there are multiple types of cuisines that come from China. There's Cantonese, Sichuan, and many more. It all depends on the region the food is from. And Cantonese culture has many unique customs and traditions that make it different from other Chinese cultures. And as we may know already, Cantonese culture has its own unique language. So, Miss Liao, Our family is Korean American, and we celebrate both Korean and American cultural traditions.
Yeah, like Lunar New Year or 4th of July. Can you tell us what kind of Cantonese traditions your family practices at home?
Yeah. I don't think this is specific or unique to Cantonese people, but during Chinese New Year, my parents go to temple, and I would go with them to Chinatown in New York, and we'd light incense, we would say prayers, and then we would eat this vegetarian dish that was prepared by the monks at the temple called zai. And that's one of my core food memories.
Oh, we celebrate Korean New Year around the same time. We don't go to temple, but we celebrate differently at home. It's fun to learn about how other countries celebrate Lunar New Year.
I agree. One more tradition. I love going to dim sum on the weekends with my family. Growing up, it was every Sunday. We would go to dim sum, and it was such a nice moment to be together with my parents and people we love.
When our family first read Everyone Loves Lunchtime But Zia, we related so much with the main character, whose name is Zia. Can you share with our listeners what the book is about?
So Everyone Loves Lunchtime But Zia is about a young Chinese American girl who at first is struggling with eating food that is so different than what her classmates are eating. But then once she learns about and sees the meanings behind these foods and how important they are to her family, she learns to appreciate them too. And she shares it with her classmates.
So when something looks or smells really different, we might feel nervous or scared to try them. Like, for example, mommy and daddy love eating kimchi. Kimchi is a traditional Korean food that has a very strong smell, and the color is very bright and red.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's one of my favorite foods and it is so delicious, some people feel nervous about trying it. But when Asher got curious, he decided to try it and he liked it.
Yeah, I was nervous to try it because I knew it was spicy. But after my mom washed it and all the spiciness was gone, I ate it. Yay!
So Miss Liao, what happened to Zia when she brought the food that her family eats to school?
When Zia's classmates made comments about her food, I think Zia felt confused and she felt frustrated and she was a bit sad because these are foods that she loves to eat at home, but at school she wants to hide them away since it's unlike everything that her classmates are eating. And in that moment, she just wants to belong and she just wants to blend in and she doesn't want to stand out because in that moment, she doesn't see how special it makes her to stand out.
I can also relate to this. Growing up, when my mom packed me Korean food for lunch, it made me feel a little nervous because I was afraid what other people might say or think. But I would eventually remind myself that there are so many wonderful things about the food that we eat at home. Korean food is flavorful, delicious, and holds special meaning in our family. When I realized these things, I took great pride and started to get excited about sharing my food with friends.
Yay!
Even though not everybody might like it, that is okay.
Because we are all different. Every family and every person.
Exactly. So could you tell us what eventually happens after Zia's peers make comments about her food that did not make her feel very good?
She starts feeling proud of the food that her family eats because she learns that these foods hold very special meanings in Cantonese culture, and most of all, they're delicious.
I love that! Because there's things we eat at home that mommy said is a part of our tradition, like Korean bone broth.
That sounds delicious.
And my grandma in Korea has been making it for mommy since she was little.
I love Korean food.
Food can tell us so much about what our families are like, and it can even help us tell a story about our background and culture.
Exactly. I think it's important for us to learn about different food because food is a part of our history. Food tells our stories. It connects us with our family across generations. It connects us with people across different cultures.
Wow.
And the more open we are to trying different foods that our friends from other cultures love, the more we'll understand them and the closer we'll be to them.
That is so true. So when we have friends or even family that eats different foods or practices different culture at home, how can we support them?
A way that we can support our friends who practice different traditions or eat different foods at home is with curiosity and with kindness.
Oh, so instead of saying ew or yuck, we could say, that's different. Or that looks cool.
I love it.
Yay!
We can ask questions like, what are you eating today? Or what does that taste like? Or my favorite question, which is, can I try some?
Sometimes we might like it, sometimes we won't. And that's okay.
Of course. Questions are a really great way to learn about each other. And after learning more about the foods, if it reminds you of something that you eat at home, you can tell them about it so that you can see that not only are there differences, but there are shared things that are common too.
Our wish for all of our friends listening is that you will take curiosity in seeing the beauty in our differences and take pride and explore the important meanings in the traditions and foods that we eat at home. And at the same time, stay curious and take interest in other people's differences. This is how we can lift each other up and become leaders and build a community where all children are included and welcomed just as they are. And in our Culture Kids community, you always belong and you are always accepted and valued exactly as you are.
Can you tell us about the dishes that are in the book? The pictures look so yummy.
Sure. There's yimin. Yimin is a bouncy and springy egg noodle, also known as longevity noodles. And if you eat them, they're believed to bring a long and happy life. Hooray! This dish is usually eaten during birthdays. So in the book, it's Zia's birthday dish. It's also eaten during the Lunar New Year.
Oh, in Korea, we eat seaweed soup for birthdays.
That sounds delicious.
I'd like to learn more about a dish that I love to eat at dim sum, which is featured in the book. It's called cheongfan.
Oh, yes!
Cheongfan is a dish commonly found during dim sum, and what it is a thin sheet of rice noodle, and it's rolled with typically meat or veggies. My favorite is shrimp, and in Cantonese that's called hacheng. So dim sum as a meal, it's meant to warm your heart. It literally means touch the heart. So that's the meaning of the cheongfan in the book.
Well, this book certainly warmed our hearts and teaches us about staying curious and adventurous when it comes to trying new foods from all over the world. Miss Liao, is there anything else you'd like to share with our listeners about Everyone Loves Lunchtime but Zia?
So Everyone Loves Lunchtime but Zia is available wherever books are sold. You can find it on bookshop.org, where each purchase supports an independent bookstore. And please follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Liao, and that's spelled Jeliao.
Could you also tell us about your special book giveaway? As some of you may know already, May is AAPI month, and that stands for
Asian American, Pacific Islanders, celebrating the culture of lots of different countries like Korea, China, India, Iran, and many, many more.
Thank you, Asher. In May, I'll be running a book giveaway with some of my fellow debut children's book authors. And we'll be giving away copies of our debut books, including Everyone Loves Lunchtime but Sia. I'll be sharing details about the giveaway in early May. Thank you so much again, Kristen and Asher. Thank you, everyone, for listening. It's been so much fun. Bye.
Well, we never end our episode without some jokes. All right, Asher, do you have a joke?
Yes, I have two.
Okay, go.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Lettuce.
Lettuce who?
Let us in. It's cold out here.
Love that. The lettuce is cold. Okay, so you have one more?
Why did the shrimp take all the toys?
Why?
Because it was selfish.
Like shellfish? Because it's a shellfish. All right, is it Mommy's turn now?
Yes.
Why did the donut go to the dentist?
Why?
It needed a filling.
I get it.
Yes, because cavity needs filling and donut has a hole.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to hit subscribe. And as always, let us know what you want to learn about next. And make sure to send us your birthday shout-out requests. We are here for you to help you celebrate your special day. Until next time.
Bye.
Goodbye!